Hi guys, welcome back. For today's video, I have something a little bit different than what I typically do here on my channel, but in honor of it being back to school season, I wanted to share with you guys my top 5 college tips that I feel like every student should know. And obviously, if you're an upperclassman, these are like super common sense to you, but hopefully if you're an incoming freshman or you're going back to school, your first year of college, whatever the case may be, hopefully this video can help you out. So if you want to see what my top 5 tips are for you if you're in college, then just keep watching. Alright, tip number 1. Please keep your syllabus. Your syllabus is your best friend in college. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know what a syllabus is, but in case you don't, it's basically just an outline of what's going to be happening throughout the semester. It has all of your exam dates on there, important due dates for assignments, your professor's emails on there, office hours. Everything you need to know is on that syllabus. And if you're in high school, I'm pretty sure you got some for your classes as well. I used to, but I feel like high school and college are two completely different atmospheres, and it's just way different. And I feel like when I was in high school, I didn't really pay attention to my syllabus because I feel like everything's kind of just handed to you in high school, whereas in college, it's really just you're on your own with everything. So your syllabus is important to keep in all of your classes. Like, you're going to get one for each one of your classes, and you can keep them in separate folders, binders for each class, just so you can stay organized. And it's just so important to keep that in case you have to email your professor, in case you have to go to their office or something for anything. It's a great way to kind of know what's going on each semester. It also tells you like an outline of what you're going to be learning each chapter. If you like to read ahead, study ahead, whatever you like to do, everything is on your syllabus. No matter how easy or laid back 1 or 2 classes may feel in college, you just want to always keep them because you never know when your syllabus is going to come in handy. And especially for the more intense, harder classes, you're going to be using and reading your syllabus almost every single day. Tip number 2. Please make sure that you have a planner when you're in college. I don't care what you're going in. I never used to use a planner in high school until I got into my first year of college. I invested in a planner. Not saying you have to spend a lot of money on one. Like, you don't have to go out and get like a Erin Condren planner or whatever they're called for like $60. You can just go Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx and get one for like $10 and it's going to get the job done. So this is my planner. I got it from TJ Maxx and I love it. It's tiny, but it's not too big and it's not too small either. I recommend getting something that's like this, maybe a little bit smaller, but not like a pocket-sized planner, because I feel like they're just bound to get lost. You're just going to kind of forget about it because it's so small and you can barely fit anything in it. And if you have a really hefty schedule, you're going to be writing a lot in it. So I recommend getting something that's a pretty decent size. It's just essential to have one. It kind of all ties back into having a syllabus, because when you have your syllabus, you can write in your planner, you know, due dates, exams, and you can just really plan ahead and to know what's going on each semester. It's really easy to fall behind in college, and when you don't write things down, I feel like that's when you can get the most unorganized. Like, I even like to bring my planner to class in case my professor is making changes on the syllabus or something that I need to write down immediately. I'll have my planner there and I won't have to worry about it later, because sometimes we say, oh, I'll remember that for later in our mind, and we have a million other things going on in our heads that we just forget that one thing that we were supposed to write down and that we should have wrote down, but we didn't. You know what I mean? So plan everything or write everything down. No matter how silly it may seem, just write everything down. I'm telling you, it keeps all of your thoughts organized in your mind. My next tip is to always study ahead of time for your exams. In college, you're always bound to have at least 2 or 3 exams on the same day. Sometimes it happens and it sucks when it does happen, but if you're cramming for 2 or 3 exams the night before, it's just not going to work. I know that everyone studies differently and everyone learns differently. No matter how quick of a learner you are, though, I think it's really important to at least give yourself 2 nights in advance to study for something so that you can do your best and you don't have to stress your mind out so much the night before cramming like at midnight when your exams like at 8 a.m. Some tips that I have for you is to also know how you like to study. I know everyone does different things. Like, I really like to study with flashcards by myself. That's just how I study, how I can retain information. Sometimes it's hard for me to read from a textbook and retain information. I like to outline things, write important details down, and then make flashcards with it. Some people like to do group studies. I've tried that before and it just doesn't work for me. I feel like I can't study with other people, but like I said, try different things out when you're in college and see what works for you. Some people like to be alone in a study room like myself, and some people like to also watch videos because you're a visual learner. I recommend Khan Academy. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels because it comes with literally every video you can think of for every subject. It's insane. Like, the guy who runs Khan Academy is legit a genius. So if you have not ever heard or watched Khan Academy, I'll leave it linked below. It's an amazing YouTube channel with thousands of videos on there that can really help you if you're struggling with any classes in college or just in general. Tip number 4, use your resources in college. There's so much help out there that I feel like sometimes when you are so overwhelmed and stressed, you feel like there's no other way and there's no way out to, even if you do bad on an exam or something, you want to make sure that you can recover from that by using your resources. I know that every campus has tutors, like in the library or in the tutoring center. Sometimes the tutors, a lot of the times, are students who have taken the class already, who have gotten really good grades on it, and that's how they're tutors. More than likely, they probably got an A in the class, and that's why they are a tutor. I always go to tutoring sessions, especially before exams. I feel like it just helps a ton. Maybe you don't want to go to a tutor and you want to see your professor one-on-one. Email them, schedule office hours and office time with them. Professors like when you do stuff like that because it shows that you care about the class and that you're interacting and that you want a good grade on your exams and in the class. So just show them that you care and they'll show you that they care as well. And my last and final tip is to enjoy your ride. Enjoy the experience of college. When I was a freshman in college, my first semester, I felt like every single second of the day I had to study and I had to just prepare for exams all the time. And even though it's really important because that's what you're there for, it's also really important to give yourself some time to kind of just rejuvenate yourself and just free your mind from the books for at least a couple hours a week because it's really draining. School is very mentally, physically, emotionally draining, and if you're not taking any breaks, you're literally gonna just have a breakdown like every single day in the week. I'm telling you, it happened to me. I'm not saying you have to go out every week or something like that. Like if you're not like a person who likes to go out, you can just have time to yourself, like in your dorm, in your room, and just to free yourself from the stress of school because it can get very stressful, especially finals week and all that. So it's important to give yourself some you time. So those are the tips that I have for college that I felt like I've learned over time that I feel like just really are the essentials when it comes to being in school. So hopefully they helped you out. Leave me your tips down below because I go back to school next week and I'm always willing to hear your suggestions on things that you guys had that have helped you during your semester. And if you're going into college this year, your first year, your second, third, good luck to all of you. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you have an amazing time. If you're going to be a freshman, don't sweat it. I'm telling you, it's going to be fine. You guys are going to do great, and good luck with all of your studies and your majors. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.